so maddening. I think it's just too much. We're doing too much.
Yeah.
We're doing too much, man. And let's add one at a time again.
Are you happy with the things that are there still? Like, they're out, the cords. This is their camera.
No, that's our camera too.
This camera?
Yeah.
That's our camera? Oh, I guess didn't recognize it.
All right. Let's get at least. All right. Let's go with quad
Oh,
one.
they can hear us.
Really? right. Greetings again, my fellow Lumineers. We are going to tune in. We're just having some serious technical issues. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. And I don't have without cutting the stream. So we're going to go no face cams and just do the game board for this one. We have Lore Games versus Carlos. I believe we should be live and in full effect. Again, huge apologies on everything that is happening. Sometimes things just don't go the best as we had a lot of issues today, but we're going to get it resolved tomorrow, and we're jumping right into game number 1 of round number 6.
Wow, and I'm seeing a Woody waiting for a friend, I believe, with a 1-cost 2/2 Woody right here, which leads me to believe that Carlos is playing some kind of toy variant of the Emerald Amber builds. I'm wondering if we're going to see cards like Buzz Lightyear. Maybe some Shift Woody lines.
Yeah, these toys have been incredibly impressive, especially in the core constructed format. We've seen a lot of the toys and how they synergize so uniquely with each other, and having them in the Infinity format is something, again, I did not think that I would be seeing a lot of, and I'm glad to be pleasantly surprised in seeing these toy strategies being deployed here, as we are going to have this nice Amber Mirror match. But looking on Lorgane's side, Lorgane's still being a very premier Amber and Steel. Players have been playing Amber Steel for since it was Steel Song, and now he's back at it again using Namari. So we got some Princess synergies here.
Single-minded rival comes down, and what this card is going to do on play and at the start of every turn, you will be able. You have the option to draw a card and then discard a card. Also works incredibly well with Namari's second ability, which is you might see that it says 0 under her strength. She gains 1 strength for every single card in the discard. Cannot count exactly how many, but it looks to be about 4 or 5 strengths she's got right now. So that discard synergy is going to be huge. Lorgane smartly takes out the Grandmother Willow with the strength of a Raging Fire, and now he can't play. Carlos cannot play the Tramp that he had in hand. The Bobby Zimmerowski comes down, and we're going to elect to play the Rex over keeping the Tramp, which is a little bit crazy.
Very interesting, but the Rex is a bodyguard. He will be able to gain some lore when he is banished into this card pile, notably not bringing it into bodyguard mode with that 1 willpower. It will get taken down by the Namari relatively easily, keeping that Beast healthy and able to draw an additional card per turn. Beast, the tragic hero, has been a pretty a nice card ever since he was released so long ago. It's great to see the Beast again.
That's right, the 5 cost, what we all dubbed as emo Beast for a long time. One of my faves. Along came Zeus, going to be hard cast to take out the Rex, and I do believe that we still, because he is banished, and it is during your opponent's turn, he gets the 2 lore for that. Is that correct?
We will be gaining a lore with that Rex, a new toy coming in from Wilds Unknown. Now the board is incredibly narrow for Carlos there, who is going to have to find a way to take down this Beast, because the longer this character can sit back unabated and give your opponent 2 cards a turn, that's just going to be very difficult for you to overcome this adversity, as Ursula Deceiver is going to come through. No deception here.
No deception, no songs either. Yeah. And Carlos is counting out and kind of fanning out the discard cards, which, if I'm Lorgane's, kind of makes me think somebody's counting to do some Chernobog math.
Yeah. So you think it's Amber and Emerald Chernobog. We saw how effective that strategy can be. We saw that people have been electing to go for that. We got the shift. The shift is in. No! Cinderella, stout-hearted. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Speaking of old friends here, I mean, Alvin showing the synergy between all of these princesses, had the Aurora in the hand, but with Akud Edamudi, we are going to be able to shift it on pretty handily here. I mean, the number of princesses in Amber Steel, pretty insane. We got the Ariel Spectacular Singer, Namari Single-Minded Rival. Now this Cinderella's coming down, both the shift package. I mean, Alvin looking pretty unstoppable here. Looks like he's going to run away with this first game.
And I love Alvin's build. I think this deck is very nice. I think that you have these princess synergies. We saw the Aurora go down into the Inkwell a bit early. We have this Namari. We have this Beast as well with the Akud Edamudi. Now you have Namari and Beast both being able to draw and discard per turn. So you're getting a look at 3 cards per each turn cycle, and you get the chance to fix your hand. So yeah, that's a pretty nice setup that you have established from Lorgane's position. Also, the Cinderella Stout-Hearted with that resist and the ability to engage with ready characters will be a nice tool to keep those tramps off the board. But the board is quite wide for Carlos.
Absolutely. That singing sword that Cinderella Stout-Hearted has will be able to, whenever Alvin plays a song, even if you don't quest anything out, leave everything upright and say, I'm going to save it. Alvin says, I can get around that with this Cinderella here. And another is going, another Cinderella Stout-Hearted. Alvin says, I don't want to. I don't want to run away with this game. Come on,
yeah,
man.
I don't want to hurt your feelings too bad. As we will go double dip the Namari chip though. Instead of having the double Cinderella, we'll go double Namari with that 5 ink turn. Now that heated rival is up to a very incredible strength total right now.
Each turn, Alvin is going to be able to draw 4 cards using the draw that he has, the Beast, and then these 2 Namaris. He'll have to discard 2 of them. But I mean, talk about being spoiled for choice here, as we are just going to quest up, and Alvin kind of posing the question: what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? As along came Zeus, comes and hits one of the few cards that could actually sing a song. Or cost 4, quest for 2 on the side of Carlos. I mean,
and it looks like Carlos is rubbing hands together. We are in top deck mode, as we did just rip a card off the top. It didn't look like something you were super over the top enthused about, as we will reluctantly crouch at the starting line and play the Bobby Zimmerowski for a quick draw and discard. But I don't believe we elected to do so.
There's no cards in hand, so
yeah,
there's nothing for you to do. Still do it. Yeah, put the cards in. But man, if you are in fact counting for Chernobog and then you hit your own Chernobog, that's gonna feel real bad.
But you could hit the Lilo. You
could hit the Lilo, yeah.
A bad top deck, I think I'm always going to risk it for that proverbial biscuit, as a big quest coming on through with Bobby, Lilo, and Ursula getting active.
And I mean, Carlos has got some problems here, because the most he can quest for next turn will be to 5, which would be to 17. Meanwhile, if Lorgane's just turned sideways, he's going to be able to get up to 19 and have game on board. So it's like, what do you do? He hasn't even deployed any of his ink yet towards anything. We'll see what he plays, but we're already up to 19. And now we're just going to dismantle with cards like Strength of a Raging Fire. Do we have another? And Pete, I mean, it's game over. Nothing much to do here. Yeah. Bobby Zimmerowski, and to your point, hits the Lilo into the discard.
You could have had it a little bit earlier, but still, I think their writing was just on the metaphorical wall at that point, and Carlos really couldn't do anything. This deck that Lorganes has cooked together appears to be quite cool, man. It's like a nice little mid-range Amber Steel, using Beast, using Amari, really maximizing that Akud et Muti to be able to get those high-cost characters in a bit sooner, and the deck was moving on all cylinders. You had those Along Came Zeus, you were able to find some songs. The Cinderella Stout-Hearted, you brought that in quite early and just took over the early phases of that game. So it looked quite nicely dispatching those dogs.
Emerald Amber is one of those colors that I think historically has struggled into Steel, and it's specifically Amber Steel, because you have all of these characters on board that you establish that can sing songs past their own because of the Singer 3, Singer 4, Singer 5. Alvin's just going to be able to keep gaining more value. Things like Akud et Amudi, even if it's not anything that necessarily is removal, you still have songs like that will allow you to cheat out the Cinderella Stout-Hearted early. Think cards like I'm seeing in his hand right now, Bare Necessities in hand. Whoa, are those the Mufasas? I think that those are the Whisper Mufasas.
The Whisper Simba or the Whisper Mufasa?
Oh, Whisper Simbas. Whisper Simbas. You're right.
That could be a whole vibe in itself, I think. I believe those Whisper Simbas work also quite nicely with the Akud.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I was mistaken. It was the aerial, ethereal voice.
Oh, okay.
I saw the Whisper, and I thought, my gosh, I know that Lorganes loves his Mufasa, loves his Simbas, loves his Lion King package. I thought that that's what it might be. But no, he's playing a pretty standard version of Amber Steel.
There is a possibility. I mean, there is a chance. We haven't seen the full deck list yet. There is an opportunity for there to be some of those Simbas in there. The Whisper Simba coming in from Winter Spell,
or the Mufasa,
or the Mufasa. Yeah. He's a known. That's his bread and butter.
That's kind of his signature. Yeah, one of Alvin's signatures. But I'm wondering if there's enough large characters in the deck that will justify playing the Mufasa even, because when you have the songs, then you typically don't do it as much, because if
For
you miss
sure.
with that
Yeah.
Mufasa, it just feels extra bad.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Carlos on this side, right, will be on the play. And what do we do here? I mean, is the answer just aggro out as quickly as possible, get as many high questing characters, and turn them sideways before Alvin can establish, the singers on the board?
That's got to be the plan, Brent. I think we have to get aggressive. We have to find some of those early two questions, maybe get some of those nice lady plays that you can put together. Another card that I'm leaning on heavily if I'm Carlos is going to be that Ursula Deceiver. We saw how that card can be effective against these song-based strategies. So getting that Ursula Deceiver down at a timely manner to be able to disrupt some of those songs, I think, is a play. Also, you have to find a way to get that Beast Tragic Hero off the board. An early Beast resolves, and now it stays there and allows Alvin to draw a million jillion cards. It's not going to be very easy to recover from that, as we're going to start this Bobby Zimmerowski to set up our discard pile.
Yeah, you can recover from a million, but a jillion,
No.
nobody's coming back from that.
Exactly.
Bobby Zimmerowski, meanwhile, going to be established here. And I think the question is going to be, can Carlos flood the board with enough threats? Ooh, Ursula Deceiver, just as you were saying.
So let's
Not
see
a
it.
bad pickup right here. I assume that we're going to play that now, right?
We could, but maybe it might even be worth saving it to when you really need that thing to take a surefire song off. As we put another tramp into the inkwell, I don't like the tramps going down too early, as we are going to reveal, and it will be a hit. You take the Storm Rage on out of the hand, so now that Cinderella's not going to be able to take that Bobby Zimmerowski with the song next turn.
Yeah, I don't like the Tramp Street Smart Dog going into the
Me either.
inkwell either. I've heard other players, Emerald Amber gamers, have said it's basically uninkable because it's such a good card. But Carlos seems to disagree, and maybe he's saying I might not get to it.
Yeah.
I might not even get to it. I need to focus on the rush plan right now. And that's the double-edged sword with Ursula, right? We could have dropped 2/1 drops. We could have dropped something that quests for 2. But instead, we decided to take away a song, which, while it is important to be able to do that, I mean, having a 1/3 body down that quests for 1, and that's your only turn 2 play, not exactly the best. The good news is we have seen Alvin's hand now and know that he does not, in fact, have any songs left. So he'll be having to draw off of it, or draw into that Aerial Spectacular Singer to, look at the top 4 and possibly. Oh my God!
Oh, there you go.
How am I calling these things?
You
man?
are just actually goaded with the songs, as it looks like we're going to hit that Aerial Spectacular off the top, and you will find a song on your first rip immediately as Akud Edamudi. But you also have to be careful, because if you have the Akud Edamudi now, you're getting to a range where we can get that Akud and shift this Cindy. Looking at Carlos's hand, I think I saw a little faint outlining of a Under the Sea. Okay, so Under the Sea can be quite effective against these Amber and Steel strategies, but if you can't get to it in time before we start shifting these smaller princesses into bigger princesses, you might not be able to get that card off.
True, Akud Edamudi would be able to do exactly that, and Carlos has a decision here. I mean, you noted, right? Oh, another card that you hate to see going into the inkwell, but it looks like he drew the Tramp, another Tramp Street Smart Dog off of the top, and now Carlos is going to be able to play that for 3. Draw 4 cards, discard 4. Let's see how that goes. Are we looking for a Chernobog? I got to imagine Carlos is playing Chernobog, right?
I might also be trying to set up for this Under the Sea turn as well. So Lorganes need to find a Pete the Game's referee in order to prevent this from happening. Now that Carlos has demonstrated the ability to come out and sing Under the Sea next turn, I think you have to prepare for that eventuality. So looking at what these discards are going to be is going to be mission critical, as we are taking some time to decide. I think you got to hold on to that Under the Sea and hope, as it looks like we will do just that, as we have the Woody is also in the strategy, it appears, along with that Nani Stage Manager. Another good card going to the discard pile.
Another good card going to the discard pile. I mean, and here's the thing: if you're Lorganes, are you even worried slightly about Under the Sea? Is that even on your radar? It's something I think you have to be playing around. But how do you play around it? You'll have to take out this Tramp Street Smart Dog. But with 6 willpower, it's kind of annoying, because your best song, to dispatch that only deals 5 damage. And unless you can get another 3 characters out and then sing Strength of a Raging Fire, I mean, Carlos is just going to have enough singers to do it, and I'm assuming that's why he quested out his Bobby Zimmerowski and his Ursula and Tramp, saying, "Okay, well, you can go ahead and do what you want here if you want to take the turn challenging in and not get banishing my Tramp, then go ahead. But next turn, I'm going to clear your whole board."
Do your worst, he says, as we pass. Namari is just over that threshold to be able to resist and under the sea, but I still think that card is just too irresistible to not play on this following turn, as we will take the opportunity to load up this Lilo escape arts. We find your boy, the Bog, is back.
The Bog! We got the Bogs. We got the Dogs. We got the Bogs. I mean, Bobby Zimmerowski and Tramp going to flex off their singing muscles here, singing under the sea, putting everything except that Namari to the bottom of the deck. And now we're going to quest with everything. And how does Lorganes answer here? That's the big question.
You're going to have to honestly, I think it's going to require a series of songs. You got to generate some type of plussing engine. Maybe you're playing Stitch, the Carefree Snowboarder. Maybe you're playing Merida is in the strategy, and you have a Grab Your Swords. I think that could be a very powerful play if you can manage to put that together. But you are, in fact, running out of time. Carlos is going to begin the questing campaign here very soon, so you need to execute that quickly. Merida Grab Your Sword, I think, could potentially get you back into this one, but this one's looking a bit long in the tooth for Lord.
Yeah, and if you're Alvin with this Namari, you saw the hesitation in his hand there. I mean, what do you challenge? Do you challenge? We don't have enough to take out the Tramp. That would be the obvious one, right? But do we challenge into the Lady or do we challenge into the Lilo is my question, because one is presenting an immediate threat with the 2 lore. The Lady, though, if we get the right sequencing of cards, are able to give her 3 strength or more, well, this decisive dog is going to be able to quest for a decisive 3 lore.
Mm-hmm. I know I think that's a decision you have to make. Also, the potential shift line is available as well as you could. But typically, if you're playing Chernobog, you're probably not playing Chernobog and shift. We will just take that as an opportunity to put some hits onto this Tramp, and the Rapunzel will come on through, gifted with healing. The first Rapunzel I've seen today, able to gain yourself 2 additional cards to work with. But is that going to be good enough?
Ooh, I mean, let's count it out, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 10 lore if he is able to trigger that Lady. I mean, we got 8 lore. We're going to get up to 15 here, and Alvin kind of takes a turn off to draw cards, maybe seeing the writing on the wall here and saying, I need to find some answers. I need to find some songs. Bobby Zimmerowski going to come down. If he finds an Ursula here, that would be absolutely awful.
He does.
He finds the Ursula.
No.
And now we're able to take away one of the crucial songs that Alvin needs. I mean, Ooh, this is an interesting one. What do you take here?
I think I would have taken. I would have. Because you
see the Cinderella is going to shift, right?
You still can shift that Cinderella. I believe it's a shift 6 or a shift 5.
Shift 5.
It's shift 5, so you still will be able to shift it no matter what with the Akud Edamudi. So I think that's a correct choice. Taking that along came Zeus and keeping as many of your characters upright and able to quest again on the subsequent turn is probably the correct answer to make, as Namari is getting larger and larger courtesy of the Ursula being able to take that song.
And now at this point, if you're Carlos, I think you just turned sideways. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your Lady didn't hit the trigger. Good point on the Miss Park Avenue, by the way. I did forget that in most of these Chernobog builds, we don't see the Lady Miss Park Avenue. Maybe something that Alvin is tracking and aware of, and something that contributed to that decision of not feeling an immediate threat of that Lady coming down and drawing everything. But I mean, what do you do next turn once you see that Chernobog? I think that'll be an automatic scoop. The second Chernobog comes down, it's like, oh, you're playing Chernobog.
Cool.
Oh, he costs 0.
Right on.
Well, all right.
All right. I guess I go next. I don't think I have the cards in my stable to cost a 9/9 here in this late, low resource type environment. So I guess I'll just have to wrap it up and get a game number 2, or go back to game number 3 as it may be. As Namari, you're seeing double vision again, double dip Namari on board, and it looks like the scoop phase has been called, as Carlos is going to get it done in game number 2, forcing the all-important game number 3 in round number 6. This is the last round of the day for the Enchanted Citrus Clash. We'll be coming back at it tomorrow with 2 more rounds of Swiss, followed by a top cut. So you guys will be in for a wild ride.
And just when you thought Alvin was looking absolutely unstoppable, stomping on on these Emerald Amber characters, Carlos answers right back and says, this deck is one of the top decks for a reason. Kurt Spice was able to take it down at the Inc. Open last weekend. Was that last weekend?
That was last weekend.
Last one. Wow.
Weekend. Oh, yeah.
The meta moves fast.
Quick turn. It was a
Quick turns.
last weekend, and it's going. I don't even think we're even close to the bottom of what this metagame can be. It's still a big blue world out there, the great wide yonder of what is metagamically possible here in the Infinity format for set 12, and I can't wait to see what these Illuminators elect to choose to push this thing to the absolute next level. So Alvin now, who is going to be on the play, what does he need to do to win this thing, Brent? How is he taking it down?
Establish singers, get some good songs, cheat out characters with a coup to Edamudi, and essentially just get a wide enough board that Carlos is too afraid to turn sideways.
Yeah, I think that's a very solid point. But looking at Carlos' side, we saw how effective that Under the Sea was. Alvin also on that turn, notably put that Pete's Game referee into the inkwell on the turn that he could have played it, and then maybe prevented that Under the Sea from coming and taking down your entire board. So these are decisions that you have to think about. Now you have a bit more information that will affect the way that you alter and play out your turns, especially in that very crucial mid game.
And look at this alter that Alvin just did. He threw away both of the Along Came Zeus because he knows that Carlos is on at least, it seems like 4 Ursulas, right? So smartly realizing these are a later problem. If I can get his Ursula to miss, that's number one.
That is so good for the songs player when Ursula Deceiver hits the board and does not take a song from your hand, because that is such a critical component of the strategy to disrupt. And I feel that you feel so nice when you have a 2-cost 1/3 that doesn't do anything. That seems like not the best card in the game, Brent.
Did you see what else he kept in his hand?
Was it the Cinderella?
Stout-hearted.
He kept the Stout-hearted.
Last minute.
Yeah.
Last minute he said, "Well, hold on. I got the little Cindy. Maybe I got to keep the big Cindy too."
We are gambling though, because you still, I guess you will have time. Yeah, you can do this before 2 + 3. I don't think you have the time to be able to get that coup to Edamudi off to bring the shift Cindy in time, but you can play it in time to.
And you don't want to risk it with an Ursula looming, right? So
you got to send it,
Yeah, you got to send it, and then you're still going to get maximum value out of this coup to Edamudi. I'm sure that Alvin is trying to decide which character, but I already see the ethereal voice Ariel.
That's a solid pick there.
Yeah, one of the Whispers in the Well staples here, as it's become an iconic card.
Yep.
Also, in fact, when you boost her, every song that you sing, anytime it's the first time that you've sung a song or played a song that turn, you get to draw a card, and there we go.
There she is.
Ariel comes down, 3/4, 2 quest.
Out here, another princess for this Amber Steel mid-range princess strategy, looking quite good. Maybe there is even a world where you have that Ariel Sonic Warrior could be in the deck as well.
Ooh,
that
for another shift.
And if I see that, if I'm Carlos, I will be in full body panic mode if I'm able to see the Ariel Sonic Warrior come through, because that will really reshape how this game
I don't think
is
he has
go.
a song. I think he dodged all the songs.
Oh.
He did it. Alvin did it. He had to get rid of one song in hand. And now that Ursula is going to miss. And if you are Carlos, you're feeling real bad seeing that Cinderella, knowing that Cinderella is coming.
In
right?
time, and you really can't do anything about it unless you can manage to play another character and take down this Cindy, and you cannot. But one good thing you have going for you is that Alvin, as it currently stands, doesn't have a great 3-turn play as a follow-up. So playing a Aurora holding court, you take that any day of the week. But we are going to be able to play a 1-cost character and boost our Ariel. Taking a bit of a turn off, essentially, has to be a good thing for Carlos to see.
I mean, here's the good news for Carlos, right? That Ariel is boosted, but as we just saw, Alvin doesn't have any songs in hand. By design, he tossed away all of his songs, said, I'm going to want to bring these back later. If he doesn't find the songs or doesn't find the Ariel Spectacular Singer, he's the one that's going to be in a little bit of trouble, because those songs are going to be very important. Now, the Ursula missing, huge, but this is not over yet and could turn around on a dime if we are able to find it. And then Carlos, mind gaming here, picks the Ursula. Maybe not even mind gaming, but that is something that that is something that Alvin is going to have to consider.
Yeah, and we got another tramp down to the inkwell, and if I'm Carlos, I'm
Ooh.
holding that thing until there's actually absolutely no doubt in my mind that there is a song present that I can nab with Ursula, because you need to have these two-cost deceivers doing something for you, as we are going to hold some court, and it looks like we can shift this bad boy. No, but we'll elect to bring out
Ooh.
Namari. Look at all those beautiful princesses on the side of the board. That's 4. Count them 4 princesses in play. Namari is a princess. Okay, let's not forget and let's not be disrespected that single-minded rival is indeed a princess. She's still a villain,
She's a villain,
but she's nobility.
Yeah.
So have some respect. That's
but
all
just
I'm
because
saying.
she's a rival doesn't make her a
Have some
villain.
respect.
It's the fact that it says villain right there that
There you
makes her
go.
a villain.
That's it. That's it.
Still a princess. We're going after that crown. I mean, shout out to the artists here. These the people making the art here is incredible. As Carlos has a decision here. I mean, sure, we got the Ursula. We know that Alvin's probably missed. He would probably sing a song here.
Yeah.
He might get into a leveling war of his own where he starts thinking, okay, well, when do I play down this Ursula? That's going to be the key critical decision. But that Ursula kind of useless now. Ooh, as we get 2 of the Lilo escape artists. This game is not over,
That
JDZ.
stings of the nostrils a bit there. You love to
Milk was
you
a
love-
bad choice.
You love to see the tramp come out and make your opponent discard some of the cards that they really need to fulfill their strategy. But seeing 2 of those Lilo escape artists go down to the inkwell or to the discard pile, that's where they want to be more often than not. Nani now gearing up for the free and clear banishment. You love that play if you're Carlos, and a quick discard too.
Yeah, I mean, Lorgane's now, I hate to say it, is a bit on the back foot here. He has to figure out exactly how he's going to turn the game around, not finding any of his songs. Now, I don't know what he drew this turn, but he needs to. Ooh, as a beast, we're inking the beast. To shift the Cinderella? What?
Do we get a song? If we got a song, we're cooking beyond the
Beyond the
horizon.
horizon.
Feels good.
That makes sense. Now we're going to discard Carlos's whole hand, have him draw a fresh 3, but this might come back to bite him. We don't want Carlos to have a bunch of cards in the discard because the more characters there are, the cheaper that Chernobog is going to be. I don't know if Alvin is thinking about that. Lorgane, I don't know if I agree with that. Sure. Okay, so Carlos had 4 cards in hand, now has only 3. But is that worth the potential Chernobog coming down? How do we answer that if we're Alvin?
Listen, if I ever have the opportunity to go plus on an Amber Emerald Dogs player with my Beyond Horizon with a Cinderella in
taking
play,
it?
I'm going to take it 100% of the time, every single time, and twice on Sunday. I don't care. Chernobog me if you want to. You don't got it. Y'all discard the Chernobog with my Beyond Horizon.
Make them have it.
You better. And you get a draw with that aerial. I think that was an incredible play for Alvin. I don't hate it at all. The Cinderella stout-hearted, able to use that ability to challenge a ready character. I think that is just so important. Lilo now coming back every single turn. This is a great game. We are in the thick of it
This
here.
is a great game. And you know what? I misspoke. I know why Alvin did it. Why he's he was a Nats qualified player. It's because he knew the Ursula was in hand. So now you make him discard the Ursula. Man, these guys they're 2 steps ahead of me, man. I'm 2 turns away, and I'm like, oh yeah, now I see why he did that. Of course,
you see the vision. It makes perfect sense to me. You always got to take it, especially with a card like Beyond Horizon, so powerful. Beyond Horizon being able to discard both players' hand, drawing up to 3, or you can choose yourself, or you can choose just them. It's a very versatile card, 7 cost, uninkable song, and it was just too much value there. You netted a card with the aerial. You netted a plus value with the Cinderella being able to challenge a ready character. It was a wonderful, phenomenal maneuver.
And I mean, notably, right, like the Cinderella stout-hearted, able to sing the Beyond the Horizon by herself. What a beefy, what a beefy card! It just does everything that you need. What amount of synergy here? What great deck building that Lorganes is showcasing here. And a lot of times he's known for playing these meme decks online, doing his red-green Christmas. You know.
He's a phenomenal player. I mean, let's not forget,
really
he did go to the national tournament last year. Let's not forget this Luminaire does have a Rapunzel playmat. Let's not forget this Luminaire does have the prize card for getting to the top 16 of a Digital Lorcana challenge. So he is not some geek off the street, okay? He's not some slouch. He actually knows how to put these cards together and get loose, busy, and active out here in the and it's no surprise. Win this round, you're making your way into day 2 of the Enchanted Citrus Clash. You're one step closer to the national tournament. So
I have a story about Alvin too. He's on team Emperor's New Crew,
Uh-huh.
which my wife and I are on. We love him. We love his wife, Desi. Shout out. He was telling us last year when he topped in Melbourne, he was just on vacation.
Yeah.
They had a plan to just go on vacation to Australia, and he said, "Oh, look, the DLC, it's happening. I should go play.
Let me just
Yeah,
do this.
It'll
And
take a couple
did he
days."
have a deck?
And then
He had
he
to, like
topped.
get the deck.
He
like,
had to get a deck
source the
from a
deck?
fan, from a
That's so
YouTube
insane.
subscriber,
That
and
is
he made it
wild.
happen. Dude, this guy is crazy, and he's showcasing why he is so good and deserves to be at the top of everybody's list of Illumineers to watch here. Not just a YouTube meme lord, but in fact a true gamer.
Actual gamer. But Carlos says, I will not be denied. Lore gains, s'more gains. I'm here to take my shot and get my ticket to the North American Championship as we are still in the thick of it. You still have opportunities, even though that window is closing a bit with that giant Cinderella Stout-Hearted just there and the Namari just there. We are Storm, and it is raging on. And the Cinderella, now look at her.
We're
teeing
going to
them
be
up.
able to, teeing it up for the Cinderella to knock it out of the park. Padres, eat your heart out. Cinderella Stout-Hearted will now be able to challenge the upright tramp. Carlos said, I don't want to quest this guy. I don't want to make him vulnerable. And Alvin says, he's already vulnerable. I got the Stout-Hearted out here, and her singing sword is about to swing.
You're already dead, pal. No, sorry.
Yeah, it was already over.
It was already over. No.
I was right behind you, Baka. Come on. What are we doing? Alvin out here with the Stout-Hearted and the Namari. It's 3-3 in terms of characters, but
The actual body yachty.
Yes.
We're talking, these are some big body princesses. We're talking five quest for 3, resist 2. What are we talking about?
Actual body yachty out here. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We got a 0-5 that gains 1 strength for every single one. I mean, Namari is just a threat, going to be drawing cards, discarding. Carlos in a bit of trouble here. What is he going to do? We're only at 1 lore. The game plan is typically let me outrace you before you can get to your crazy songs. I mean, Carlos might have to switch strategies here and be like, I'm going to make you what? Use up all of your best all your best songs and then still establish a wide board. Ooh. Dale, though.
Dale could help. I'm just thinking of the cards in Carlos's strategy, typically played by the Emerald Emerald decks, and I'm trying to piece together what combination of cards you would need to sequence in what order to even remove a Cinderella Stout-Hearted off the board. And I think it has to be something Tramp. We saw that Dale that you alluded to earlier. Maybe something Dale buff a big Tramp Inner Street Smart Dog.
You're overthinking it, man. It's something Chernobog. That's the
something Chernobog can do it.
Yeah.
Chernobog can do it.
No
yeah.
something's needed. Just Chernobog. Just put Chernobog down and let Alvin go. But what?
Yeah, so I think it might benefit Carlos to try to dodge the song from the Cinderella Stout-Hearted and hope you can build a wide enough board to be able to challenge in with a buffed character with Tramp to potentially take down this Stout-Hearted, because you're not going to get anywhere out of this mud with this Princess Stout-Hearted standing alone and unafraid. This is Amari also being able to fix Alvin's hand. We're seeing how he's able to sculpt a little bit to get those cards you need and find those quality songs that you need to continue to propel. So this is a very tough spot for Carlos, but there is a chance we can crawl back into this thing.
We can definitely crawl back into this thing. I mean, it's not over on either side. What a phenomenal match, right? And we're lucky, too, that the first 2 games were over so quickly. We got a nice, fresh 20 minutes here in order to play out this Game 3. And it is, what word comes to mind for you for how to describe this game? Is there a word that comes to mind for you?
I would call it stellar. I love Stellar. I would say Stellar. I think it's really cool to see a deck that everyone presumes is the quote-unquote best deck in the format versus a strategy that, as people think, might be good but still more fringe, especially when you can obviously tell that Lord Gaines has been in the lab. You can obviously tell that he's been cooking and testing and training and trying things out, and he's built something, carefully crafted it for a metagame that he expected to see, and his deck is performing very well. That is my favorite thing as a commentator to see, or as someone who is a fan of the game to see, see is someone getting into their bag, cooking something unique and cool, showing up to an event with it with trust and confidence, and having it work out on the main stage. You absolutely love to see it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, JDZ. I've seen Carlos with this Rapunzel gifted with healing a couple times now, and I don't know how much I like it in the deck.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a lot of high willpower characters.
The only one I can think of, the Big Tramp and the Rapunzel herself.
And the Dale,
and the Dale can get it a little bit as well. I would tend to agree with you. Drawing 3 cards is an incredible experience. Rapunzel is just a magical princess, being able to give you 3 cards and heal your characters. But I would agree with you. It's looking quite bad here.
Yeah, this is looking rough here. I mean, as the Tramp comes down, we're going to give the Strength over and challenging with the Bobby Zimmerowski, but Alvin's representing 7 lore on board right now.
Yeah.
Or 6 lore on board right now, and it has been effectively dismantling the board of Carlos.
And ready characters, unready characters. The Cinderella Stout Hearted is looking phenomenal. And I'm going to say here, man, get them now. Find those Stout Hearteds and put them into your decks, as they seem like it is a very, very great meta-relevant card. As Strength of Raging Fire is going to be deployed, we can continue to challenge if you felt so inclined, and you will do so with the Aerial Spectacular Scene is going to get a challenge in, and the Cinderella just sitting there. You can continue to challenge if you want, or start the quest for 3.
With the patience of Alvin. The patience of Alvin. He has barely quested at all, but that's the thing. That's why I don't like playing the Amber Steel decks. You need to know when to throw on the brakes and when to go all gas. And Alvin is displaying incredible amounts of patience. One of his first quests of this game, and I mean, look at this board here.
Yeah.
This looks insurmountable if I'm Emerald Amber, but we'll see what Carlos does. He obviously is a great player to be here. I'm not super familiar with him, but yeah, I mean, Under the Sea is not the card you want to put off the top here, nor is the Rapunzel.
And yeah, we can set up this area. You just see more gas coming your way, more robust characters, another high impact character, another beast coming through on the following turn, and a Rapunzel as well. So you also have to be careful not to leave too many traps around. We will go ahead and send the Lilo after this beast just to take some of that card draw away. But that was Desperation Station, as you did have to use some of your ink, and you were not able to increase your lore total at all with that maneuver as well. The draw was Namari.
Ooh, and the thing is, now Alvin can just use the. Is he going to challenge in with the beast here, and then maybe use the Rapunzel to? Yeah, I mean, I don't. Oh, interesting. Doesn't take it off of the beast. Instead, elects to do that, and
maybe you just want that Rapunzel to be healthy a little bit, and keeping that beast with that damage count on it. If you are able to exert a high willpower character, that beast now is going to turn into a giant beast battering ram, and for good measure, the bare necessities will take the Under the Sea. So any chance of hope you may have had, I think that might have just closed
insult to injury.
Close the window there.
And I mean, it's not like it would have even mattered that much. What, you take care of the Rapunzel and the Aerial, and one Aerial, but just a beast and a Rapunzel.
You grab the Kita. You go find the Kita from earlier. You slam that, and then magically print a new card that says you can play 1 8-cost uninkable song from your hand for free.
Yeah,
and then you're good. That's
and then we're back in the game, man. We're back. We're right back in it. And Carlos, we have one more draw here, and it's another. I mean, it's another Rapunzel. We are not feeling too good here. We're going to get the 2 cards out. We're going to get a 2-quester out, but the writing's on the wall.
And I do respect Carlos for going out on your shield. I mean, you're going out, playing everything you can, giving on a full show, and the fist bump comes across the table, and just like that, Lorcana gets it done with a super cool, unique, and very, very spicy Princess Amber Steel mid-range deck.
I think he's really figured some stuff out. Shout-outs, Lorcana, man. I mean, for a guy who is known for playing these ridiculous, Amethyst Steel Fairies decks and all of these different things, man knows how to game, man knows how to deck build extraordinarily well, and I think he's put into the meta now an exceptional build of Amber Steel songs.
Yeah, that was a really cool deck. Really cool deck, really cool strat, really cool player. And I think we might be able to get an interview together to talk to him. But I might have to leave you here for a quick second to be able to set all this up really
You
quick.
go
So
ahead and
if
set
you
it
just
all up.
regale us with the tale of that matchup and how it went for you, I'm gonna have to do a little quick a quick moving and scooting if I can be so bold. So I will step over here for just the briefest of moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, Illumineers of all ages, you've just witnessed the last round of today. Now, please stay tuned for tomorrow because we will be back tomorrow morning. What time is it at? 9 a.m.?
I believe we're going back at 9 a.m.
I believe we'll be here at 9 a.m. doing it all over again, probably starting the stream about 8:30, 8:45-ish before we go into it. But then after that, we will be going straight into 2 rounds of Swiss into top 16, the top cut, what we are all here for. Now, both of these players are going to be here tomorrow. Carlos will be 4-2, but still makes tomorrow. Will he be able to win out to make it to the top 16, to make it to the top cut? That remains to be seen. Lorganes, though, in a prime position here, 5-1. I mean, if he can win out, he basically guarantees his spot into the top 16. I do not believe that he is qualified yet for the North American Championships this year, June 19th, August 19th. August 19th. Wait, what am I talking about? August, oh my gosh, 27th? Yeah.
Yeah, it's August 14th, and then 1 week after that, so August 21st.
I think so.
I think it's
We'll look it all up. Anyways,
all right.
It's all there. Go to DisneyLorcana.com for all of the details on any of the DLCs that you're interested in. Shout outs you. But North American Championships, I hope that you are ready. I hope that you are coming down, whether you are participating in the LCQs or just participating in the side events. I have my ticket because I am interested to see what side events there were. Last season, there was first chapter sealed, and it was the first time that I was able to get any of that sealed in because I wasn't aware of game stores and any of that stuff. When I first started playing, it's the first trading card game I've ever really bought cards for and taken it quite seriously. So I'm excited to see what they have there. You're not going to want to miss it. That's what's up for grabs tomorrow for the champion of the Enchanted Citrus class, 10K CCQ. But enough of my rambling. JDZ, are we ready for this interview?
I think we're ready. So we're gonna meet Alvin over in the interview booth. Joining him is going to be Garrick. We're gonna learn all about this really cool Amber and Steel Princess strategy and what he had to say about it. So kicking it over to Garrick.
Hello, everybody. I am with the winner of the final round of Swiss today. We have some more Swiss coming tomorrow, but running with the Amber, Steel, the princesses in the deck. Liam and I were talking about this earlier. It really feels like the quintessential Disney Lorcana deck. You're playing Disney princesses, you're singing songs. Yeah. How does it feel to get it done? I mean, a lot of people feel like this deck is a little bit on the outs. It's kind of hard to get over the Snow Fort stuff sometimes because all of your songs are going to be a little weaker, but you're pushing forward. You just took down the dogs in that final round. How's it felt today?
It's felt amazing. You know what? If there's a fort in play, there's nothing Namari can't get over.
Yeah.
If she's big enough, of course. But yeah, we have songs, so we're getting stuff in the discard pretty fast, and she grows, bigger every turn with every card in the discard. But it's felt really solid. It's felt good. Amber Steel Songs is one of the best decks in the meta, and it runs the package. It's running some princesses, Aurora, the Namari, and of course the All-Stars like Cindy, Ariel, and the other Ariel. So it draws a lot, it removes a lot, and like we saw in the last match, we managed to get over 1 dogs with no Snow Fort. I don't think he was on Snow Fort because I didn't see it. I did see Under the Sea, which happened, but yeah.
How have your other matchups been throughout the day? Has it been varied? Have you been seeing a lot of the same decks? What are the other tables looking like, and how's it felt thus far in Swiss?
A lot of mirrors. I played 3 mirrors right off the bat, which is not always, it's like whoever drops the Cindy and Storms first usually is in the driver's seat. But it's been very varied. It's been pretty varied. Those 3, I saw a discard which was nasty, but I'm also running a little discard with bare necessities. You guys saw me snipe that under the sea. That helped me against an opponent that was gonna Kita under the sea me, and there was a hyper aggro out there too. Really spicy stuff. Running dash and that location, location. You move it with an exerted character and it gains you a Laura. Yeah.
The Ring of Stones, I believe.
Yeah, that one. So pretty cool stuff out there.
Yeah, there have been a ton of different decks that we've seen today on stream. It seems like the field is really varied. It's not just all Amber Emerald, okay, guys? We promise. But what made you decide to bring the Amber Steel strategy today after taking a look at the previous tournaments from the last week? Was there something that stood out to you in particular that you thought you could take advantage of with this list?
I wish I had a great, thoughtful answer, but I just went off vibes. I love the princess strategy, and yeah, I wanted to run it and see how it did. I mostly wanted to go with something fun, and usually it'll work out or it won't work out if I bring something fun. But today, it just it popped off.
Sometimes you just got to go with the vibes, everybody, and that's what Alvin did today. How do you feel about the Enchanted Citrus Clash thus far overall? We finally have another big CCQ out here in California. I know you're repping the Emperor's New Crew out
Shout
here.
out ENC. This is my team, Emperor's New Crew. But yes, I am super stoked that we have the Citrus Clash, and it's so close. It's on the West Coast. We drove 2 hours to get here in the morning, so I do love that it's, we're shout out to Lorcana friend, shout out to everybody that, organized this event. And it's been amazing so far. Very well organized, and we have amazing casters like yourself. So shout out to all you guys. Thank you for making this happen.
Really appreciate that. And shout out to the amazing players like yourself that are out there getting it done. Do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give before we close up the stream today and you get home, get some rest, and get prepared for a big day 2 tomorrow?
Yes, big shout out to my beautiful wife, Miss Lorganes, for supporting me the whole day. She doesn't play, guys. She doesn't play Lorcana, so she's been supporting me. Babe, come here.
Get her in here.
Miss Lorganes.
There she is.
She has the official shirt too.
Yes, I do.
There you see it.
So, yeah, she's been supporting me all day. Thank you, guys. And yeah, like after every round, we go to the car. We have snacks, we have food, we have everything. So I just like chill out. We have a little lawn chair, so we're basically tailgating after every round, just me and her. So it's pretty special. Yeah. So shout out to her and shout out to my team, ENC. If you guys are watching, love you guys.
That's amazing. And it sounds like pure vibes. I mean, you're out there, you're enjoying the snacks, you're doing the little tailgate, you're bringing the deck that you love, and you're getting it done. Congratulations on the big win on the stream, and good luck tomorrow. We are going to send it back over to the booth to JDZ Quest and Brent Mukai, who are going to close down the stream today. But we will be back early in the morning for more amazing Disney Lorcana Infinity matches here from the Enchanted Citrus Clash.
All right, what a wonderful interview coming in from Garrick and Lorgain and Miss Lorgain. Family affair as the support system is taking care of one another, and he should be alive and well to make a deep run in this tournament.
Couldn't agree more. Garrick with a phenomenal interview. I mean, Lorgain's doing his thing out there. Team ENC, Emperor's New Crew. Tearing it up this weekend. One of the SoCal teams to look out for. Top Choice Gaming as well. Thank you for sponsoring our little jerseys here and for sponsoring the team. I mean, what a team of monsters. Both Salty Ducks are here, right? We got the Uninkables. We got a veritable who's who of SoCal and NorCal teams that have shown up. I'm sure there are other teams that I'm not recalling right off the bat here. But shout outs to everybody who's shown up today, whether you are here in person or there at home. Thank you so much for joining us. JDZ, as we close out today, thoughts, things that you want to bring up, last sprinkles of magic for the people at home.
Listen, I can't say enough about how phenomenal this event has been. Words truly cannot describe how my heart is filled with so much joy seeing the Lorcana community on full display and just the great games that we've had on feature all day. So first, I want to say thank you all for being here and watching the program and locked in on Rebecca Quest, on JDZ Quest, on Twitch, on YouTube, all over the world. Thanks for sharing the streams, all the follows that we have, all the likes. Make sure you like the YouTube on the way out as we're preparing to close this thing. Also, huge shout out to Garrick, huge shout out to Brent, huge shout out to the incredible Rebecca Quest, and also Liam for patching in. Also, shout out to production as well for being on the scene and holding it down. And also Alex, who's sitting over here, who's rocking and rolling with the program, holding it down, and Cassie and all of the credible judges here on the staff. It's just been a wonderful, very professional tournament this entire time. But guess what, Brent? It's not even over because we're coming back at it again tomorrow with more Disney Lorcana action to fill your cups with just so much more joy.
With awesome juice.
With
nothing but awesome juice. We got a day 2 for you tomorrow, so please stay tuned to your, whatever you're watching on, I was going to say to your TVs, but to your
could
phones,
be watching on TV.
to your tablets, to whatever. You're going to not want to miss the epic conclusion of the 10K Enchanted Citrus Clash, the first Infinity CCQ in North America. And as we say goodbye, I just want to look to the camera and say, stay classy, San Diego.
Boom. You heard it here first. So YouTube, you guys are done. On the Twitch side, we're going to get a quick Raid Dog Supreme going up to keep this energy rocking and rolling. So if someone's doing something on Twitch right now, lock in because we're going to send a raid over there. YouTube, you guys are finished, okay? Thank you for being here, YouTube. You guys are
There's
amazing.
no raiding
okay?
on YouTube.
You can't raid on YouTube,
You can't
unfortunately.
do it.
Unfortunately, not yet. I mean, maybe someday they'll
Perhaps.
get it together. They'll get
the
together.
technology.
But we're going to find some Illuminator out here doing some Disney Lorcana, and we're going to send that Raid Dog Supreme over there to them. And then once you get
Who's
there.
it going to be?
I don't know.
That's the
Who's
big
up?
question.
Who's
Who
up?
is up? Who's live?
Who's
hey,
active?
Who's active?
Who's up? Who's live? Who's active? Who's doing some Disney Lorcana? And it looks like we got
Nobody. Nobody is playing because they're all watching.
That's right.
JDZ,
That's right.
there ain't nobody here.
No one's here.
Where's Podcana? Oh, they're here.
here.
Oh, where's Rebecca Quest at? Oh, she's here. Where's Lorgane's at? He just walked out the room. Nobody's here because they're all here.
I guess you're actually correct. So we don't really have
Dude, I almost forgot. Lorcana Goons. Just kidding, they're here.
They're also here as well.
They're here. Who ain't here right now? And especially you all in chat. I'm sure that the entire community is out here. Thank you so much. That's a testament to me of how awesome this stream has been and how awesome you all are for being here. Thanks for being a part of the community, y'all. We're just
gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here.
We're just
no,
getting
no
out of
raid.
here.
We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
No raid. We'll raid someone tomorrow. Next time someone's gonna get their stream on. But again, thank you guys for kicking it. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, I'm JDZ. I'm on a quest. Shout out to the real ones. Salute to the OGs. Peace. Boom. All right.